Welcome to AI Artistry Lab, where we explore the fascinating world of artificial intelligence and its limitless creativity. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into copyright law and its importance in relation to AI-generated art. Copyright law is a complex and interdisciplinary field that protects the rights of authors and creators and promotes the creation and dissemination of new works of authorship. However, the landscape of how we create art is shifting, and with the influence of artificial intelligence on the world of art and creativity, important questions are being raised. What is art? What is creativity? And what warrants protection under law? In this segment, we'll explore the copyright status of AI-generated art, the economic and creative implications of copyright protection, and the ethical concerns that surround AI art. Copyright law is a form of intellectual property law that protects original works of authorship. It grants the copyright holder the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, perform, display, and create derivative works from the copyrighted work. Copyright protection lasts for the life of the author plus 70 years in the United States. The history of copyright law dates back to the 15th century, with the invention of the printing press, which resulted in a proliferation of printed books. Later, governments began to grant printing monopolies to certain individuals and groups. These monopolies gave recipients the exclusive right to print and sell certain books or other printed materials within a particular territory. The printing monopolies, emerging post the invention of the printing press, played a pivotal role in shaping the first copyright laws in several ways. Initially, these monopolies provided a financial incentive for recipients to safeguard their exclusive rights to print and sell specific books. This resulted in an uptick in legal disputes over copyright infringement, prompting the evolution of new legal doctrines related to copyright law. Simultaneously, concerns arose regarding potential censorship and abuse of power. Critics feared that monarchs granting printing monopolies might exploit them to stifle dissent and control information flow. These apprehensions sparked calls for reforms to protect the rights of authors and publishers, seeking to limit the state's control over the printing press. Furthermore, the printing monopolies contributed to establishing the notion that authors possessed a property right in their works. This concept was further refined in the 17th and 18th centuries, ultimately paving the way for the enactment of the first copyright laws in England and the United States. In 1710, England introduced the Statute of Anne as its inaugural copyright law. This statute granted authors and publishers exclusive rights to print and sell their works for 14 years, accompanied by a registration system for copyright claims. The United States followed suit with the Copyright Act of 1790, mirroring the Statute of Anne by granting authors and publishers exclusive rights for 14 years, with the option of renewal for an additional 14 years. This act also implemented a copyright registration system. Both the Statute of Anne and the Copyright Act of 1790 were influenced by the printing monopolies in Europe during the 15th and 16th centuries. This laid the foundation for the statutes as we know them today. Modern copyright law is based on the idea that creators have the right to control their work and to profit from it. It also serves to promote the creation and dissemination of new works of authorship. These statutes protect a wide range of works, including literary works, musical works, dramatic works, pantomimes and choreographic works, pictorial, graphic, and sculptural works, motion pictures and other audiovisual works, sound recordings, and architectural works. The digital age has posed a number of challenges within the field. The internet has made it easier than ever to copy and distribute copyrighted works. Additionally, new technologies, such as digital sampling and file sharing, have made it possible to create new works of art and literature that incorporate copyrighted material in new and innovative ways. The ease with which copyrighted works can now be copied and distributed has led to a significant increase in copyright infringement claims. This has significantly impacted creators who rely on the exclusive rights granted by law to generate revenue from their work. Infringement can take many forms online, including downloading copyrighted works without permission. This is the most common form of infringement online. Users can download creative works from a variety of sources, including file sharing services, peer-to-peer networks, and websites that host pirated content. Streaming copyrighted works without permission. Streaming allows users to watch or listen to a variety of media without downloading them. There are a number of websites and services that offer free or low-cost streaming of copyrighted material, many of which are pirated. Sharing copyrighted works on social media. Users can share copyrighted works on social media platforms, such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This can be done by posting links to pirated content, or by uploading copyrighted works directly to the platform. Creating derivative works based on copyrighted works without permission. Derivative material is based on or incorporates pre-existing creations. Examples of derivative works include translations, adaptations, and sequels. Creating derivative works based on copyrighted material without permission may qualify as infringement. Copyright infringement can reduce the revenue of creators, harm their reputation, and discourage them from creating new works. In response to these challenges, copyright law has been updated to reflect the realities of the digital age. For example, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act was enacted in 1998 to address the problem of online copyright infringement. The DMCA provides a safe harbor for online service providers that remove infringing content from their websites. This field has had a significant impact on many industries, including the arts, entertainment, publishing, and technology. It is a critical part of our legal system that protects the rights of creators, promoting originality and innovation, and allowing them to profit from their work. If you're an artist, it is imperative that you understand your rights and how to protect them. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We're always putting out new content on a variety of topics, and we'd love for you to be a part of our community. But the landscape of how we create art is shifting, and with the influence of artificial intelligence on the realm of art and creativity, important questions are being raised. What is art? What is creativity? And what warrants protection under law? So now that we have reviewed the basics of copyright law, let us explore its importance in relation to artificial intelligence. AI is rapidly changing the world, and the arts and entertainment industries are no exception. AI-generated art is becoming increasingly sophisticated and popular, and it is raising a number of important legal and ethical questions. One of the most important questions is whether AI-generated art should be protected by copyright law. This issue has become salient for a number of reasons. First, the economic impact. AI-generated art could have a significant economic impact on the arts and entertainment industries. If AI-generated art is not protected, it could be challenging for human artists to compete, leading to a decrease in the diversity of creative expression and a loss of jobs for human artists. Second, creative freedom. Copyright law plays an important role in protecting the creative autonomy of artists. If AI-generated art is not protected by copyright, it could homogenize creative expression. AI systems could be used to create mass-produced art that is all very similar, which could stifle innovation and creativity. Finally, technological innovation. Copyright law can also incentivize innovation. If AI-generated art is protected by copyright, it could lead to increased investment in AI art technology. This could lead to the development of new and innovative AI art tools that could benefit both human artists and consumers. Overall, the copyright status of AI-generated art is a complex and important issue with far-reaching implications for the arts and entertainment, as well as for society as a whole. This leads us naturally to the question: can AI-generated art be copyrighted? The answer to this question is not entirely clear. Up until recently, in the United States, there was no specific law that addresses the copyright status of AI-generated art. However, the U.S. Copyright Office has issued guidance stating that it will not register these types of works unless there is a human author who contributed to the creative process. In 2023, a U.S. federal court ruled that AI-generated art cannot receive copyrights under U.S. law. The court found that copyright law requires a work to have a human author, and that AI systems are not capable of the same kind of creativity. So under current U.S. copyright law, only works created by humans are eligible for copyright protection. This is because the laws are designed to protect the creative expression of human authors alone. This is a complex and controversial issue, one that is likely to continue to be debated and litigated in the years to come. But one thing is clear: artificial intelligence is transforming the way we create and consume art. As AI art technology continues to develop, we need to have a thoughtful and informed discussion about the role of copyright law in this new landscape. Should work generated by AI be protected under law? Does AI have the ability to be creative? Or is creativity reserved for humans? Contribute to the discussion in the comments below. We hope this exploration has provided you with some food for thought. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And be sure to subscribe to AI Artistry Lab for more on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence and creativity. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep innovating, and keep embracing the limitless possibilities of AI.